Hey, it's Laurie McNaughton, one of Edmonton's top business coaches, owner of TPQ Business Academy, as well as a partner in Envision Group. I'm coming to you today with a quick video on one of the biggest challenges that I see that face business owners and probably has been for a millennia. I've been coaching businesses now in Edmonton for, it'll be 19 years this January when I first opened up my practice. And one of the biggest challenges that I've always found is with business owners is finding and keeping good people. Now this video is not going to be about finding good people. I have a whole system that I can help you with and put into your business around hiring that will increase your percentage chance of getting good people by a significant amount, meaning you might have got it 80% wrong last and now you're only getting it 20% wrong. But that's not really what I want to talk about here today, because I want to talk about keeping good people. And how do you keep good people? You've got to be a good leader. You need to become the leader they need you to be in order for them to fulfill and reach their goals. Because here's the thing, and if you think about this, you can see this not only in your own life, but certainly see it in other people's lives as well, is that people that are really good at what they want to do, they're driven, they're focused, they have goals, ambitions, and dreams for their own lives. And if they feel like they can't or won't be able to accomplish those things working for you in your company, then they're going to leave. Now, when I've talked to business owners about the turnover in their company, they almost always blame it on people leave for more money. And yet, study after study after study says that money is fourth or fifth reason why people leave companies. The number one reason why people leave companies is because of their boss. Whether that's their manager and or if you happen to be the owner of the company and you're the de facto leader in the company, it's because of you. The reason that first of all, the business owner doesn't want to say, well, they left because I'm no good at what I do. And they're not going to say, I left because you're a terrible boss. They're going to say something that's easy, like they're paying me more money to go to work for them. Now here's the deal, is that if people work for you, they like you, they are appreciated by you, they have people that they like that they work with, and they believe that by working for you they'll be able to fulfill their own hopes and dreams, and they're fairly compensated, because obviously if you're unfairly compensating people for their work, and that could be around pricing, that's a whole other challenge in businesses that we can talk to on a one-on-one type situation. But if they get all of those things, then those people are just going to stick around. They're not going to go to work for somebody else unless there's like a significant amount of money involved, and you can't blame them for that. If somebody's crazy enough to offer them, a bundle full more money, then all the power to them. They deserve it. So, with that being said, let's talk about leadership. Most of the small and medium-sized businesses that I've worked with don't even think about leadership. Like typically I would say businesses that start getting beyond $5 million in revenue start to understand these kind of challenges at a different level, and they start to understand this. But this doesn't mean that it isn't as valuable or maybe even more valuable for growing your company. To get it to where you want it to be. And I can say this with all the businesses that I've interviewed over the past 19 years, I can boil down to their own personal vision for what they wanted as a result of being in business for themselves to one word, and that's freedom. Freedom of choice. Freedom to be able to do things without the concern of, can I afford to do this? The freedom to be able to take significant vacation time away from the business and know that when they're gone, not only in the business flourishing, it's probably growing. So how do we get people like that? First, not how do we get people, how do we keep good people when we get them? And I mentioned leadership. So I'm going to talk about a few books here that I would highly recommend. First of all, two books that I recommend that you should read, and then some others that you should spend some time going through. The troublesome thing that statistically they say that somewhere between 70 and 80% of people after they leave school never read another book about learning. They'll read fiction books, but they'll never read another book about learning. I started really learning when I was 25 years old, after I left school. I started reading books and making changes in my life as a result of reading those books. And you can see there's over 400 books on this bookshelf, and I've got 100 plus books in my phone. So I understand the value of reading because it can help me put into words something that I can kind of see it in my mind's eye, but I can't put it into words. And so I read it and I go, oh, aha, that's a great idea. So just so I want to leave you with some really great ideas on books that you should read. This is definitely in my top 5 books, period. Certainly my top 5 on leadership. It's called It's Your Ship by Michael Abrashoff, Management Techniques from the Best Damn Ship in the Navy. The story is he was commissioned as the captain of the worst ship in the U.S. Navy, had the highest turnover of sailors, nobody wanted to be on this ship. And so he was commissioned to take it over. And he talks about the strategies, the ideas, the actions that he took to turn this whole ship around. And it's almost primarily all about leadership. And you can see I got all kinds of tabs in this book, and that's because I wanted to go back and reread them again. So I'm just going to read one just for fun. The best way to keep a ship or any organization on course for success is to give the troops all the responsibility they can handle and then stand back. Trust is a human marvel. It's not only sustains the social contract, it's the growth hormone that turns green sailors into seasoned shipmates and troubled companies into dynamic competitors. That's just one of the highlighted things. So please, you want to have that freedom in your business. When I talk about freedom, it's a profitable business that can run without you. Please pick up that book. Another prolific writer on leadership is John Maxwell. Now, I don't know how many books he's written on leadership, but it's a lot. But a couple of books that are really good is 22 Irrefutable Laws on Leadership, and then this book called The 5 Levels of Leadership. And I'm just going to quickly go through the 5 levels because this is so enlightening when you hear this. The first level, the lowest level of leadership, is what he calls a position level, and that means you're the owner of the company, so you're obviously the leader, or maybe not obviously to some of you, but you are the leader of the company. Or maybe you've promoted somebody into a leadership position. And people follow you only because they have to. They don't follow you for any other reason. Then the second level is permission. And this is where you start to build relationships with people. And people follow you not just because you're the boss, but because they like you and they want to see you succeed. Then the next level is production level, which is they're following you not just because you're the boss, not just because they like you, but because you've done something that they admire and they want to be able to do it and learn from you. Then the next level is the people development level. And this is the level that you should all strive to get to. Help develop your people. When you help develop people to become the best that they can be, stand back and watch them help you build this amazingly profitable, fun, happy company that provides you with the lifestyle that you hoped and dreamed for and that freedom that you were looking for. And it also helps fulfill their dreams, hopes, and desires for themselves. Now, you cannot stay at position level. You go around saying, I'm the boss, just do whatever I tell you to do. Even bad people are going to leave people like that. But unfortunately, the worst of the worst people will stick and work for you. You can't stick at permission, and you should not stay at production. You should move to people development. A mentor of mine said one time, and I think this is apropos, that it costs money. What if I spend all this money to develop these people and they leave? And I go, well, what if you don't spend any money on these people and they stay? I think there's a lesson to be learned there. So highly recommend that you pick up and read The 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell. And then just any number of books, biographies about, successful people. So, I've got Nelson Mandela, Jack Welch, Richard Branson, and Steve Jobs. These are all books that I've read just to try to understand the mindset of a hugely successful leader in any organization, because that's what I want to do. My vision for my practice here is to help people live better lives. And the path that I've chosen to do that is by working with business owners and their teams to help them build completely abundant businesses that provide an amazing lifestyle for the business owner and their family, as well as the people who work for them. That's my dream. That's what drives me. That's what gets me up in the morning to help business owners do just exactly that. And that is level 4 leadership, which is what I believe every one of you should aspire to become, as a level 4 leader, because it will change your life, not just from the standpoint of be financially rewarding, but because when you help people become better people, I don't think there's a bigger reward than that. So again, my name is Laurie McNaughton. I'm one of the top business coaches here in Edmonton. I look forward to the opportunity to be of service. If you're interested in having a conversation with me, go to lauriemcnaughton.com. There's a link you can click on and get into my calendar for a quick 15-minute, what I call a discovery meeting. And that's really just where I'm going to ask you some questions so I can better understand whether or not I can help you. And if I can't help you, hopefully point you in the right direction. But if I can help you, and I believe I can help you, then we will book a longer session and we'll dive in deeper to understand the challenges that you face, the cause of those challenges, and then I'll talk about some of the solutions to those challenges. And then if we decide we want to work together, I'll share with you coaching program options for you. So thank you very much for listening. I'm looking forward to one day meeting and having the opportunity to work with you.